Good morning, friends. Hope you're doing well today on Tuesday. Um, so, if you are a sporting, if you're a sports person, obviously, a lot of fun last night watching Kansas win their game, and always a big celebration for us. If you're not a sports fan, you can also celebrate as well. I enjoyed last night. We have an account on Nextdoor app, and there was a whole lot of people really wanting to know why there were so many explosions around because people were shooting fireworks off. So it always tells me that not everybody, um, watches all the same things. But one of the things I always marvel at when you have a chance to participate in something like that. I know not everyone is a sports person, but stick with me here. Um, One of the things I always enjoy about watching or being at places where people are playing sports or music or other stuff. I went and saw Jesus Christ Superstar Sunday night. You get to see people that are sometimes at their best. They're sometimes some of the best people in that particular area, and they are obviously immensely gifted. But also, there's so much work that has gone into coming into the heights of whatever moment they're in. And for me, I mean, I just as somebody, I'm not particularly athletically gifted. I certainly have some music ability and other things, but I know what it means to work hard and to practice and to develop a skill. And so there's those moments when you see that, but there's also, both teams yesterday were at that height, and it's competition, and that's all part of the thing. But I think as so many people in their life, there's somebody who's going to go, be in a trial today, a lawyer who's practiced and worked and studied and is at the height of their moment, or there's a doctor who's going to perform surgery today, or a teacher who's going to walk into a classroom and teach a hard lesson, or um, there's so many different people throughout life that work and practice and try to develop, and they're going into their own championship game every day about and living up to something. And I I always wondered about this, and I don't know if you all remember a show called Friday Night Lights. It was out a number of years ago. Just TV show. Just loved that show. And there was one prayer in there, and I've always loved this because it spoke to me when we think about this and what it means when we, even though sometimes life always feels like a competition, it's really not. But how we live together. But how do we use our gifts? But there's a prayer that always stuck out to me that I always thought was almost a great way to pray for others or to pray for your team, or meaning your team that you're with, your family, um, your friends at school, whatever it might be. And it just kind of showed up in one of the shows, and I just always loved it. I'm going to read it to you. Dear Lord, please allow these students to safely pursue the height of their excellence tonight, and as a family, allow them to achieve their goals with the gifts which you have blessed them. I just always loved that sense of family, of teamwork, of of using the gifts that God gives you to the excellence that you can pursue. We're coming to that close of our Lenten journey, and we've spent this time in self-examination. And the reality is all of us have gifts and abilities that we contribute to our families, our households, our friends, our groups, whatever it might be. And there is a sense of your importance, and also that everybody is needed, everybody is part of something, and everybody has something to contribute. So as you think about this, or as you think about your own day, if you're a sports person and you're glowing in this moment, be inspired by the amazing abilities you saw last night. But recall also that each of us have our own abilities, and in that hard work and that practice and that striving for something more, um, when it comes down to it, really the purpose for us as disciples is to live for God's glory. It's sort of like that old saying, my utmost for his highest. How do we live into that? And I think that's all part of what Lent means, what it means to do that self-examination, to do that study, to do that preparation, and to head into that next moment. So I hope you have a blessed day, and I'm sure we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.
We walk by faith and not by sight. No gracious words we hear of him who spoke as none else spoke, but we believe him near. We may not touch his hands and side, nor follow where he trod, yet in his promise we rejoice and cry, my Lord and God. Help then, O Lord, our unbelief, and may our faith abound, to call on you when you are near, and seek where you